Are you feeling like your life is so busy that it's creating a busy brain? What is a busy brain? I'm Dr. Romie, and in this video, we're going to discuss what a busy brain is, what the root cause of that is based in science, and how the brainSHIFT protocol may be able to help you. Hello everybody, I'm Dr. Romie and welcome to brainSHIFT. In this video, I'm going to be discussing tips to see, do you think you have a busy brain, and could the brainSHIFT protocol help you? You know, in our overbooked, overscheduled, and overstressed lives, we constantly feel busy. But then our brains get busy. And what do I mean by this? When we overstress our brains, our hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, or the HPA axis, gets negatively affected, and it creates this myriad of chemical and hormonal changes in the brain and our bodies that can lead to a busy brain. So here is a list of symptoms that I want to ask you. Can you relate? Do you need a cup of coffee to get you going in the morning before you even find your personality? And then maybe again, mid-afternoon, you find yourself dosing again? But here's the thing, you take caffeine, number 2, and you still find that after that energy boost is done, you're having a little hard time focusing in the office. You know, it may not quite feel like ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, but gosh, it's hard to focus. If you looked at your computer, there are multiple browser windows open and you feel like you're constantly distracted in your mind. Those are symptoms of a busy brain. But here's what happens. We move on forward into the evening when we finally get to go home from work to our overscheduled personal lives, and you kind of find it hard to take the edge off or shut down all those racing thoughts and to-do lists and worries that you have from the office. So maybe you take a fancy supplement from a natural food store or a glass of wine to take the edge off. Hey, no judgment. But now after a long day of trying to focus, you need something to help you calm down. And then the minute you finally go to sleep, you put your phone down because you've been scrolling on Instagram and Facebook. I know you, it's okay, no judgment, right? And then what happens? You can't turn off those racing thoughts. It won't quiet down. So you may take a supplement to help you sleep, or a sleeping pill, or maybe you just fell asleep because the alcohol did the trick, but now all of a sudden it's like 2:37 a.m. and you wake up in the middle of the night, you're wide awake. You can't go to sleep. So you're like, hey, I may as well check emails and send a few emails. And then 2:54 a.m., ding, 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 ding. Notifications are going off for your 17 team members on their phones that you sent an email in the middle of the night. This is symptoms of a busy brain. It's the inability to feel energized and focused in the morning without caffeine or another prescription stimulant. You may take the caffeine or not, but you find it difficult to stay focused. You're easily distracted at work. 3, you find it hard to take the edge off or shut down or wind down from your workday. 4, difficulty falling asleep. And 5, difficulty staying asleep. All of these symptoms I call a busy brain. And you know what? It turns out that anxiety, difficulty focusing, and insomnia are not 3 separate diseases. In fact, in traditional neurology and psychiatry, the medications we use traditionally to treat anxiety and difficulty focusing just make the inflammation and the myriad of symptoms that are happening in the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis even worse. So now you're taking stimulants to get you going all day, and then you're taking sedatives to calm down at night. And this is also fueling the alcohol and the sleeping pill and anxiety addiction problem in the United States. I mean, let's be real. Anxiety is not a deficit of Prozac or Xanax. Insomnia doesn't mean that you're missing Ambien in your life. Now listen, temporarily, if your doctor prescribed them and they're helping you, that's okay. But you likely came here to this video because you realize I want to nip this problem in the bud. So the busy brain cure is known as brainSHIFT. The brainSHIFT protocol actually gets down to the root cause of the problem. And in the next video, I'm going to introduce the brainSHIFT protocol to you. But here's your homework for today. I just even want you to do a self-assessment. There's a sheet that you can click on the link below here if you're watching on YouTube or on the website and download all of the questions for busy brain. But I want you to do a self-assessment, because what I find after working for years with highly driven, successful professionals such as yourself is we don't often stop to pause and tap into how we're feeling. We give rote answers. Hey, Romie, how are you doing today? I'm great. I'm energized. I'm recording this video and having another cup of coffee. But we don't stop to pause and think, am I feeling distracted? How focused am I right now? So here are a few questions I'd like you to spend the next 1 or 2 days during your work day. Schedule a moment to pause in the middle of your day and ask yourself this question. Number 1, how well did I sleep last night? Number 2, did I feel energized this morning? On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most fabulous, energetic self you are, how energized were you before you had a stimulant like coffee or another energy boosting supplement, right? 3, are you feeling anxious today? On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being an anxiety or panic attack, where are you? And number 4, how distracted are you? Just take a peek down at your computer and look and see how many browser windows are open. I want you to spend the next 2 days asking yourself these questions and doing that self-assessment, because it's really important before we get into the brainSHIFT protocol to know how busy is your brain. I'm Dr. Romie, and I bring together 20 years of neurology, integrative medicine, and mindfulness together, and I've developed a scientifically proven brainSHIFT protocol to cure our busy brains. So I invite you for the next 48 hours to do a self-assessment about your busy brain, and in the next video, I'll be introducing the entire brainSHIFT protocol to you with a call to action.